wins at the finish of the thing. Nobody gives you trophies for the ideal of what happens in the middle of the game. Say, I'm in the middle of this. I'm in the middle of this. So this is a great time to understand that there's some things that have to happen in our life. Matter of fact, I would encourage you, don't give up at halftime. Concentrate on winning the second half of this year on the process, regardless of where you are in your life. I know you're not at the beginning. I know you're not at the end. So you're at a place where you can still make adjustments. You can still change some stuff. And you can still make a goal of finishing and winning. And wherever you are in your life, say amen to me. So along with that, in the idea of where we are and seeing those things, the Bible tells us that we got to count, make every day count. And we got to count our days. Say, make every day count. That if you count your days, your week counts. If you count your week, your month counts. If you count your months, your year counts. And then your life counts. Somebody say amen. And we want to be at a place that all of our life counts before God and all that He's doing and how He's moving. Now the challenge of it is, I told you last week, don't fool yourself because you're present. That don't mean you're making a difference. He shows you already that Methuselah lived 996 years. And all he had behind his name was a period. Come on. Then he died. You do not want to be here that long and nobody is influenced. Nobody's affected. Nobody sees any evidence of your life being present in the earth. Somebody say amen. So when it comes to that place, the idea of our life, we got to go through all quarters. And for me, I think one of the best ways to look at it, I look at it from a football perspective sometimes, that I'm living this life in 20 years perspectives. The first 20 years, the first quarter. I got a whole lot of energy, but didn't have a whole lot of money.
Come on.
All of y'all that had a whole lot of money, praise God for y'all. But that first 20 was a whole lot of energy without a whole lot of money. I had the energy, but I didn't have the wisdom either. I didn't have the discipline either. I had all those things, but I just had energy, but I didn't have anything else to go along with the process. But when you get to about 2021, some stuff ought to start shifting in your life. You got to start making some shifts that, you know what, I might be here a little longer than what I thought. And since I'm going to be here, why don't I make a difference and make an impact and make an imprint with my life and through my life? Somebody say amen. So in that process, Paul puts it this way, brother, I count not myself to apprehend, but this one thing I do, forgetting the things which are behind, I press toward the things that are before. I'm pressing toward a mark. Say a mark. I got a goal. I got a plan. I got a dream. I got somewhere I am. Because if you don't know where you are, you don't know where you're going. You got to be able to measure it. So we opened up a series about taking measurement. We talked about the idea of how to measure our life. And I gave you the idea about illustration and the idea about having to measure my weight and that kind of stuff. Praise the Lord. Amen. Praise the Lord. But in that measurement, it now showed me the adjustments that I had to make. And take them, neighbor, if you don't measure it, you probably won't change. If you don't measure how you love your children, you probably won't change. You don't measure how you love your wife, you probably won't change it. You don't measure how you love your husband, you probably won't change it. You don't measure how you even love one another, you probably won't change it. It's real easy to fall into a place of familiarity and say, this is just how we always going to be. But that will be your choice. Say amen to me. Say, after you take a measurement, make the adjustments. Say, make the adjustments. So today we're going to talk about making some adjustments. Making some adjustments. Say that with me. Make the adjustments. Somebody put it this way. It said the pessimist complains about the wind. The optimist expects to change. And then the realist go ahead and change themselves. Which one are you? Do you expect change, or do you make things change, or do you just wait to see if anything else is going to change? And you got to figure out where you are, because your life is only going to go to the limits and the places that you go forth and make changes in it. And yes, I love the fact that you can pray to God, but there's a lot of stuff in your life that's not going to change until you change.
That's right.
It's not going to adjust until you adjust it. It's not going to shift until you shift it. I know you might be good, but could it be better? See, I found out that in the games that they play, in the idea of TV, football, basketball, at halftime, they take that measurement and they try to figure out a couple things. Where are we losing at? What if I asked you today, do you know at the halftime of this year where you are losing at financially? Where you are losing at parentally? Where you are losing at mentally? Where you losing at physically? And if you don't know where you're losing, chances are by the end of the year, you ain't winning. Now you can say winning, but you're losing. Because if you can't measure it, you can't make the adjustment. In football, what they do is they try to figure out where do we need to fill the gaps at, where do we need to stop things at, where do we need to control things at. Because see, if my finances keep going like this, I won't be able to control it.
That's right.
And I got to figure out how to control my finances. Now, how do I stop the gaps so that debt don't run over me?
Come on.
How do I, come on man, in relationship, how do I get in my relationship, how do I we need to make to be able to finish the way we want to finish.
Excellent.
Say, make adjustments, make adjustments. And then listen, God ain't gonna make them for you. No, He's not. No, He did not say that out loud. Yes, He did. God's not gonna make some of these adjustments for us. Now, He will make the adjustments with you.
That's right.
But He ain't gonna make them for you.
That's right.
Come on. See, that's faith. Faith without works is, I told somebody earlier in the class, listen, it's one thing to believe, and that's great. But if you don't have faith, because faith makes you do something. Belief is great, it's nice, but I can believe a whole lot of stuff. But faith makes me put something to work. Makes me move toward the thing that I'm believing. Makes me make some adjustments that I may be able to shift in life. Somebody say amen.
Amen.
The name of make adjustments.
Make adjustments.
This year.
This year.
This week.
This week.
Make an adjustment.
Make an adjustment.
Life is a continual process of adjustments. And you know what? Sometimes people will lie to you about adjustments, and you don't realize that they lied till you got to the place of adjustment. Mine was the idea. Somebody told me, don't laugh at him. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Somebody told me when your kids get 18, you done. I had to change my mind and go, that was a lie. That is not true whatsoever. You're going to adjust for the rest of your life. Matter of fact, you need to know that as soon as you are born, you grow and go to a school called elementary, and then when you're done with that, you got to adjust just to go to middle school. Then when you get to middle school, you got to adjust after 3 or 4 years, hopefully 3. But anyway, you adjust after that, and then you go to a place called what? Come on, and then when you get to high school, you finish it at 4, hopefully 4. You finish it in 4, unless you got to adjust. And if you don't finish it, if you finish it in 5, you just adjust. And so even in failure is just a part of life. So don't be scared of failure, because failure will teach you something. Progress didn't. So if you learn how to make the adjustment, you get to the next place. But if I don't make the adjustments, I'm going to be stuck. You know, as soon as you get finished with high school, you got to adjust again for college. Then you get in college, and guess what? Just again. Then you turn that wonderful tassel. And you find out, I got to adjust again. So let me help you. You're going to spend the rest of your life making adjustments to get you to it. The truth of the matter is, there's some things in your life going to teach you how to adjust. Number 1 is called lack. See, don't play with me. Don't play with me. See, in my neighborhood where I grew up, we learned how to make some adjustments. Y'all don't know nothing about no antennas, but back in the day when they had antennas on TV, we made an adjustment. And then even if the antennas was broke, you found some tin foil, and don't look at me like that, and you made an adjustment. And when you did have a dustpan, a good old piece of paper, or a radio cover, or a record cover will make an adjustment. Shoot, we've been making adjustments so long, you shouldn't even be frustrated no more. Lack will teach you how to make adjustments. Come on, college kids, we ain't got no money for food. So whatever's in the refrigerator for the next 3 doors over, all of us gonna make an adjustment. And we're gonna make a meal out of whatever we got. And we're gonna call all of it goulash. That's right. Say make an adjustment. The truth of the matter is, whenever you look at scripture, every person in the Bible has had to make an adjustment. Moses has to make an adjustment. He has to make an adjustment from being a Hebrew to go do an adjustment to being an Egyptian. Then when he finds out who he really is, he has to make an adjustment from being an Egyptian to being an adjustment to being a Hebrew. Come on. Joseph had to make an adjustment from living with a family to being dropped in the pit, then adjust from the pit to Potiphar, then adjust from the Potiphar to the prison, and you think you're going to get to the kingdom without an adjustment? All of us got to go through adjustment, whether you like it or not. Matter of fact, let me just tell you the truth. It would be a lot easier on you if you just adjust.
Yeah.
Amen. If we would just adjust. Floyd Mayweather said it this way. He says champions make adjustments, not excuses. I said, what did you say? He says, champions make adjustments, not excuses. One of the #1 boxers is that when he would fight somebody that was left-handed, even though he's right-handed, he would make himself left-handed to confuse them so that they wouldn't know what they was fighting. So that's why the cat is 40 and up. So whatever you did, I did the opposite, so you didn't even know what was coming. I just showed up, and you thought it was right-handed, I showed up left. If you showed up thought it was left, I showed up right. So by the time you got there, you didn't know, pow! You was too busy trying to adjust to my adjustment that you couldn't adjust, so I'll get the belt. You know, every now and then, you could whip the devil if you stopped doing the same thing. You know what insanity really is? Insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. Adjust! Adjust somewhere. Adjust your mind. Adjust your heart. Adjust your thought. Adjust your process. I got to change something. We have to change something. Can you just shout with me? I'm about to adjust. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. I'm about to adjust. Just in case you're too deep for me, just know that Jesus had to adjust himself too. Yeah. In order for him even to get here, he had to adjust. Thou hast made a body for me. Had to come down, drop himself into a woman. Boom. He made an adjustment. Then he gets in the family. He goes to the temple preaching and teaching. But his mama makes his call. Hey! Oh, you better get in this car. He makes an adjustment and submits himself to a family. He makes an adjustment. Come on. He makes an adjustment in the ideal that even when he gets to the tent, when he gets to the ideal of the garden, he has to make another adjustment. Why? Not my will, but that's called an adjustment. When's the last time you made an adjustment for your family? When's the last time you may have to make an adjustment in your own will? And then how long did it take you to make the adjustment? I'm just talking about Jesus, though. I know I'm not talking about y'all. Because I know y'all know how to make adjustments. Say amen, Pastor. Anyhow. Do you know even if you're not losing and even if you are ahead, you still got to make an adjustment. If you are at this point of the year and you were ahead, what will keep you ahead? It ain't always here catching up from behind. What will keep you moving forward? If you are ahead of schedule on your workout, or ahead of schedule on what you're doing, or on your classes, or on your school, or on your finance, if you're ahead of schedule, what's going to keep you ahead of schedule? How are you going to keep on increasing? How are you going to keep on growing? How are you going to keep on changing? What could it look like 6 months from now? If, I said if, you make the adjustments. Somebody say amen, somebody. Say name. He's trying to get me to make an adjustment. Just say, let's go, Bird. Look what he says. He says, okay, here, he says, can you make the adjustments? And Elijah, he's battling with the ideal of Baal, and they're fighting about who really God is. And in the midst of it, Elijah's made his call on God, and God is now calling Elijah to make these adjustments. And as he makes these adjustments, they're interesting to me about how he has to keep making them. Say, you're going to have to keep making them. See, I found out that while I was a single, that was cool, but then I got in a relationship and I had to make adjustments. Then when the still small people showed up, you can act like they ain't present. Come on. But they gonna make you make adjustments. You gonna find strength you thought you never had. Oh, just to stay awoke. You're going to change your priorities, change your mentality, change all that kind of stuff. When little people show up and they make you make adjustments. And they ain't even strong. They ain't got no money. They don't even know nothing. But they make you make your life adjust. Go ahead, Pastor Davis. Go ahead. Praise God. So what he does is, he deals with this with Elijah. He says, one of the things we got to learn how to do is make adjustments required for alignment. Say alignment. Sometimes that adjustments means I have to make alignment of my own life so that I can get to the plans and purpose of God for my life. Look what it says, Elijah. He said, Elijah the Tishbite, who was an inhabitant of Gilead, he said to Ahab, as the Lord your God lives, before whom I stand, it shall no longer be no more dew, no more rain, neither these years, according to my word. Say, make an adjustment. Sometimes the adjustments you have to make are with people.
Excellent. Come on, Pastor.
Wow. So him and Ahab knew each other.
Yes.
But there come seasons that you have to make your adjustment. It's called distance.
Yes. Come on.
See, where you going is not where I'm going. What you doing is not what I'm doing. Where you trying to do with, I'm not trying to deal deal with that. Matter of fact, if you keep your life going toward judgment, I'm going to make some distance because I'm not going to be a part of it. And I can't move you, but I can move me. I can't change you, but I can change me. I can't shift you, but I can shift me. Every now and then, you have to make an alignment adjustment with your own life. See, what Elijah says is, I refuse to be where nothing's happening, nothing's falling, where it won't be raining, where it won't be a blessing, where God ain't showing up. I won't be there. And since you stuck being there, I'm not. My challenge to you is, who's in your life that is resisting what God wants, what God wants, how he's going to move, that got nothing to do, ain't trying to move with God or go with God, but you might want to hang with them too long, and they're hindering you from assignment because you won't make a choice of alignment. Pastor Dave, you working on me already. All right, come on. See, sometimes somebody might put it this way, when all life gets blurry, adjust your focus. Sometimes you gotta adjust your focus, man. So, man, if you keep looking at people, you'll miss the purpose every now and then, because he could have got so tied up. And matter of fact, there are people in the Bible that miss out on assignment because they couldn't make the adjustment. Come here, disciples. Jesus says, I got to go to Samaria, but I had to kick the disciples to the curb because they can't make their alignment. They can't handle a woman preaching and teaching. They can't handle a woman with a sick. They can't handle it. So I got to put you all to the curb because you can't make the alignment or the adjustment for a woman flowing in her purpose. So he had to tell them, go get some lunch. I wonder if any of us had to be sent to go get.
Jesus, come on.
The second thing, not only distance, but sometimes an alignment will require us to make a move. I'm not, see, it's wonderful to say you're gonna move, but you ain't moved till you move. I'm talking about the move you've been talking about for the last 3 months. The last 6 months. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Look, it's 6 months. Actually, it's 7 months. And we still ain't made it.
Teach it, Pastor.
Elijah was like, look, the heavens are shut up, it ain't raining, God ain't moving, God ain't working, God ain't showing up in your life, but I got to make a movement right now. I got to create some distance right now, because I want to be where he wants me to be at right now. And if I got to make a move, I got to make a move. Tell somebody, make a move. Don't talk about it. Don't talk. You done talked about it, you done Instagrammed it, you done Facebooked it, but you ain't moved yet.
You was teaching.
We gotta check ourselves. Have you made any movement? Okay, I'm not gonna tell you that, not tell you. I'm gonna tell you now. I told you 2 weeks ago, I got on my scale and I was 206, right? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I was 206. You know I got on my scale today, right? 2 weeks later, right? 202. Shake. Come on. See, I'm talking about movement. I'm talking about evidence. I'm talking about some distance. Now, I do want to tell you, it didn't happen from prayer. No, you didn't, man of God. No, you didn't, man of God. Yo, you didn't say, I pray you off in the name of this. I rebuke 2 pounds, yes. No, it didn't work that way. I had to make an adjustment. For the last 2 weeks, I didn't eat no bread. For the last 2 weeks, I didn't eat no pasta. For the last 2 weeks, I changed my exercise. I had to make some adjustments so that 4 pounds later, I can say, you know what? The adjustment is working. The adjustment is shifting. What adjustment are you going to have to make? How bad do you really want what you want? For you in a relationship, it might be, no, we ain't doing this till you get a ring. That's an adjustment. For some of us, it might be, you know what? I need to put a budget in place. If you want it bad enough to make an adjustment, if you want it bad enough to distance yourself from those that are against the very purpose of your life, do you want it bad enough to be able to get to that place to know that I got to make this decision of, watch this, allegiance?
Yes.
Come on. Elijah says, you the king of that country. Come on. And I respect you, but I can't hang with you because of the king of my life.
Yeah.
And every now and then you have to make a choice about who's king.
That's right.
And you have to make a choice of allegiance to make the ideal of adjustment work for your life.
Yeah.
2 people says, he's helping me right now. He's helping me right now. And in case you don't think this is going to happen, he says, come out from among you and be ye separate. That's called an adjustment. He tells Abraham, get you out of your country, away from your kindred, and why? You got to make an adjustment. You can't stay where you are and go where you want.
That's right.
You're going to have to make an adjustment. Praise the Lord, two people, praise God. Say, he getting it anyway. We're going to get this anyway. We're going to get it anyway. You can't make progress without making a decision. You just can't. It's not going to happen. So he has to make movement. He has to create distance in it. He has to choose who he's going to be with for alignment and agreement. Somebody say amen. Amen. You have me my tool, because every now and then you need a tool to help you make an adjustment. And bang, thank you. I like illustrations. Pray for me, all right? Because sometimes life's going to throw a wrench at you.
That's right. That's right.
Come on. Every now and then life's going to throw a wrench at you. But if you know how to make it,
That's right.
even the wrench won't mess you up. It won't throw you off. Because you know where to turn and how to turn and how to change and how to repent and how to shift and how to move. That even when wrenches show up in my life that I didn't plan on, that flew in my world, I'm going to be able to catch it. It's not about the wrench. It's about my adjustment.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish you would get this. Come on. I wish you would get this. There's some stuff going to show up in your life. You weren't looking for it, weren't planning on it, and it just flew. Bam! Somebody said it this way. Life is 10% about what happens to you and 90% of how you respond.
Yes. Excellent. Excellent.
Can I ask you something? What in your life would you have to close? Matter of fact, next scripture for me. He says, Elijah, turn. He says, turn. Turn to the east. Can I ask you something? What won't you turn? What am I so stuck on that I refuse to adjust and I won't turn?
Love it.
Who am I stuck on? Come on, because sometimes it's not just a person called Ahab. Sometimes it's a season in your life.
That's right.
Come on, because he said it ain't gonna rain for a season. Some folk you can't hang around for every season.
Come on.
I got a friend of mine that I had to.
Yes. Turn.
Matter of fact, hear me. When you turn,
Turn.
some stuff you gotta loose yourself from.
Come on.
You know what I mean? But you want to adjust your own heart to loose this thing the right way. Because if you loose it the wrong way, you'll strip it.
Yeah.
And some of us have stripped people's lives and stripped our homes and stripped our families. And stripped, no, it don't have to be crazy. You can do it slowly and the right way and loose your own mind. Loose where you're stuck at. Look where you're still at. Look where my finances have been for the last 3 years. You know what? I may not have turned anything or did anything different. What have you changed your budget?
Good. Come on.
I want change. I just don't want to have to work for it.
That's right.
I want stuff to move, but okay, you know what the issue might be? Sometimes we don't make adjustments because, well, I'm comfortable.
Come on, Kevin.
I ain't got everything I want,
Come on.
and but I got what I need. Can I give you just what God says? He said, I came that you might have an abundant life. It ain't my fault that you agreed to comfort. Some stuff we ain't shifting because I'm just comfortable with it.
Come on.
And sometimes we get comfortable with tragic stuff,
That's right.
broken stuff, wounded stuff. Folk we know don't belong in our life. And we get, well, at least I know what he ain't gonna do. At least I know what she ain't gonna say. At least I know they ain't gonna change. First of all, who wants to be with somebody that ain't gonna change? Because see, change and growth is synonymous.
Yes.
If you ain't changing, you probably ain't growing. Come on, if you got the same anger that you had 5 years ago, and you haven't grown in any level of controlling your own anger,
Come on.
I'm comfortable with being mean. I'm comfortable with that attitude. This is just who I am. No, you ain't got no wrench.
That's right.
And you haven't learned to turn some stuff and loose your own self from some stuff. That's why he says, work out your own salvation.
That's right.
I know God worked on the cross, but he left you some.
Come on. Yes. That's right.
Now it's up to us to make some adjustments.
Yes.
What area am I compromising in that I won't change it? I know it's wrong, but I don't want to do what's right. But I want the blessing. But I ain't changing nothing. What area that's so convenient for me that is maybe, what area of my character that has to shift? What area is, what's this, that I don't want to confront somebody else in to go where I need to go to? Elijah didn't even mind coming before the king. Look at here, bud. Look, I know you're over the nation, but you ain't over the kingdom. Look, it ain't gonna rain no more. Peace.
Come on now.
He ain't even worried about if the chariots gonna come after me. He got so much confidence in the God that he's working with, how he works for him, how he moves on his side, how much agreement and alignment that he is with his God, that even in adjustment, he won't trip. He says, not only that, he says, it isn't an issue of control. You know, I realized Ahab could have changed too.
Come on, man.
But I like being in control.
Come on, man.
What area do you like being in so control of that even when God throws you to reach to the Word of God so that you can go to work on that thing, you be like, I got it, I heard it. Because see, there's some faith that come by hearing, but life changed by change. It's not the word just you hear. Faith comes by that, but it's the faith that you work that causes difference in your life. See, you could be in church 50 years, but if all you did was be there and hear, and you never worked what you got, you will be.
That's good.
What I mean by that is, we'll come every Sunday and you sit in that same seat.
Come on.
You still on it. You never even served nobody. You don't help nobody. You don't do nothing for anybody. You keep doing the same thing. You in that same position. Matter of fact, somebody left when the college came back and you said, anyway. The adjustments, it's your choice. Come on, give the Lord a hand up and praise Him. What you gonna turn? What you gonna turn? Because you gotta turn some stuff. Even when life shows up and the wrenches come up, you gotta adjust you. You can't even adjust everything else, but you can always adjust yourself. Somebody say, I'm getting this. All right, let's move on. Let's move forward. Say to me, make an adjustment. All right, make an adjustment. Make an adjustment when it comes to alignment. Second thing you have to do is make an adjustment when it comes to your mindsets. Come on. Sometimes as Christians, we have different mindsets about what God will do and what He won't do, both personally, financially, and in our life and with our destiny. And we don't say it out loud, but our life tells us that we know. See, if you really believe that you was going to have $1 billion business by the end of the year, you would have had an account by now.
That's right. That's awesome.
See, if I had really believed, watch this, come on. If I really believed, watch this, I'm in a relationship with my tailor now. So now my tailor sees me coming in. Because I intentionally do this. I said, I'm going to be back next week to make another adjustment. She said, what do you mean? I said, it's my mindset. So my mind is already set because you either have a fixed mind or a growth mind. A fixed mind says, my mama did this, my uncle did this, my daddy did this, my family did this, so I'm stuck at doing this. And so my life is fixed. Nobody in my family did this. None of our marriages did this. Nobody are, come on, don't play with me. So now you have already fixed your life. And nobody did it but you.
Jesus. I love it. Come on.
Are you hearing me? It's time for you to move something and change something in your life. Because if you stay fixed, well, you know what, I ain't never had, I ain't never gonna have, those kind of stuff don't happen to me. It won't. It won't, because you decreed it. It won't happen to you, because you keep saying, nobody gonna love me. Well, guess what? Ain't nobody gonna love you. Why? Because you just told the whole world, don't love me. Nobody is gonna be patient with me. Nobody gonna put up with me. Guess why people don't put up with you? Because you keep telling them not to. It's nonsense. It's not finances. Can you believe we're having 5 or 6 zeros in your bank? I know you say it, but by the idea of what you're doing, can we really believe?
Come on. That's good.
See, if I ain't saving nothing, then I really ain't believing nothing.
That's right.
See, that almost made it too practical. I'm sorry. I ain't mean to offend nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because if you really thought you needed money, you would hold it.
That's right. Amen.
See, sometimes sometimes poverty says you spend what you got because you don't never know when you're going to get it again.
Come on.
Ooh, Shondo. Step back, Pastor. Step back. Come back. Step back, Pastor. Step back. And so you may think I'm thinking crazy, but here's the text. The text says, the word of the Lord came to him again, said, turn. Say turn. Say, make the adjustment. He hide yourself at the brook of Koresh and before Jordan. And then he says, and I go there, and I shall make drink of the brook, and I'm commanding the ravens to feed you there. So he went and did according to the word of the Lord. He went and dwelt there by the brook, the Cherith, and that Jordan. Here's what messes me up. He's a Jew.
Come on.
But ravens are not kosher.
Right. That's right.
Sometimes we ain't got stuff because our mindset won't allow us to get past our religious experiences. Sometimes my own tradition is becoming my limitation of what I could have. Sometimes my traditions and religion are blocking my view of what God really could do for me. Can you imagine Elijah out there in the desert and a raven show up with meat in his mouth and he tells God, I don't eat from ravens. Well, you gonna die. Oh yeah, come on, let's get it. So what's your mindset? Who can't show up in your life that you can't work with? What color, what background, what entitlement, what thought, what process, what skill, what title can show up in your life? You go, well, he's a doctor, I can't talk to him. Well, he's a lawyer, I can't talk to him. He's white, he's black, I can't do that. He's vegetarian, I can't do that. He would never do. No, they're different. No, you limited.
That's right. Awesome.
God, first thing God did was he worked with him and showed him that sometimes you got to get away from folk that are in covenant but not in agreement.
That's right.
That's called Ahab. Oh, you in the covenant. You even go to church. I'm sorry. You in covenant, but you ain't in agreement with God. And sometimes you got to turn yourself from folk that are in covenant but not in agreement. So he had to turn himself from that. But you didn't know what thing he had to do? Once he got finished turning, he had to adjust and open his mindset to fit what God was working at this season of your life. Not what he did before. If he had waited for somebody to show up with food, he would have died. Can I ask you something? Are you looking for what God is doing in this season and whoever he wants to do it with? Could you handle it? Okay, come on. See, this guy had asked me, he saw Deacon Russell's post. He says, man, why did Deacon Russell go to Florida? Because he wanted to. What are you going to do? I said, whatever you want. He said, are you all right with that? I said, it don't matter to me.
Come on.
I said, I can only govern me.
That's right.
Now, here's what I have to do. I have to adjust.
That's right.
When God loses stuff, I let God lose stuff. Oh man, when he works on stuff, I let him work on the stuff. Because I understand this. If I trust him for what he wants from me in my season, he'll give me what I need in my season. And it may not watch this big firm who I think he gonna bring it from. We're tripping because you manage your family, but you looking the wrong way. God coming from the neighbor from down the street that just lost something and got some money and looking for somebody to bless. But because you don't think they got nothing, you ain't talking to them. But that was the place that should have been open when they said, hey baby, you need anything? Come on. Sometimes God is trying to use people outside the covenant to bless you in the covenant if you can handle it. But you might can't handle it because your mindset might be wrong. Cat said to me, he said, man, I see you going over to AI. I see you teaching for the Delaware, the state for the family. I thought you was pastor. I said, I am. Your problem is your mind ain't wide enough to fit around my purpose. And every now and then, you gotta stop letting people shrink you down to where you fit in their purpose. Say adjust. And I'm telling you who to adjust, not them. Adjust yourself. I'm bigger than just this. I'm bigger than that. I'm wiser than that. I got more gifts than just this. I fit in a whole lot of places. I can go to all kinds of strengths and places. I can work with the Christians and work with the Ravens. Come on. Half of the Bible you hold has been financed by the world. and not the church.
That's right.
Did he say that? Sure did. Okay, here it is. When the Egyptians came out, the Egyptians. Who funded the temple? Not the Israelites. The Egyptians gave them money to go away. And that money built the temple. So God will make the world pay for his will. Okay, stop playing with me. Come on. God will make a Christian like Joseph go to an outside system and live in a different country and let them put me in position that I take over their system and even if necessary, their nation. Why? Because they want income. Okay, stop playing, stop playing. If you knew that the Hebrew boys, their education was paid by a Babylonian system, oh, you ain't hearing me. All over your Bible, God used ravens to pay for stuff that was shown up for you. Why? He is the God of the earth, not just the God of the church. The earth is the Lord's, the fullness thereof, and they that dwell therein, not just dwell in the church.
That's right. That's right.
He's on vacation. Got into Tampa Airport. Go ahead, go pick this car up, right?
Come on.
Because you know it's 6 of us, right? Got up to the counter. Lady said, oh, we don't have that car. He said, well, it's 6 of us. She said, well, let me see what I can do. He said, all right, shit, baby. Come on, tell her that. We talking to her about her trip and her month. Then she said, hold up, let me see what else I can do. This man come up looking all crazy. She said, go ahead, son. I said, praise God, you right for me, all right. And he goes, she said, well, he's gonna go to the garage. Then she calls, he calls, I got this car. She said, that ain't gonna do it. I'm telling you what, give him the big white.
Yes.
Big old white. Them cats thought I was a movie star. Pulling up in the hotel. We rolled up. They were like, he's a football player. He's a basketball player. What do you do? Jesus? Anyway. Oh, I love it. That's what I'm going there. Then the next raven is at the check-in desk. Get out the car. Walk up there and I wait for all my 5 beauties to show up and mess them up. There you go. What in the world? And the man said, oh, sir, you already have the right to have reservations for 3 rooms. All those 6 of us, we have to be here, so thank you so much. He says, where you from? I said, Delaware. He said, I'm from Philly. You from Philly? Oh, man, I was born in Philly, man. Are you for real? Yeah, man. He said, Mr. Mills, I said, what? He said, now, we got y'all on the Bayview side. I think I want to put you and your wife on the beach view. Don't hurt your raven now. Don't mess with your raven. He ain't never got to show up for church. He ain't never got to show up for church. He really don't. I like her. He don't show up for church. Really don't care. All I know is every night, off the balcony, sunset. Right? Hey, shut up. Over your ravens. Got to the restaurant. Shut up. They messed them up the first day. I came in with nobody. They all had that baby suits on. They ain't never seen people coming out like deep. He was all coming in deep too. Sat down. One lady got mad, but I ain't gonna talk about her. Praise God. Matter of fact, this is what we did. She got mad, and so we gave her a tip. The raven don't feed you, feed the raven. So we fed the raven the day before, came back the next day. The waitress said, you know what? All of us was talking about your family. The whole place is talking about your family. We ain't never seen a family like this. None of they had attitudes. Many of y'all little snotty and all that, but sure ain't none of that. It's amazing. Every time we do something, y'all say thank you. You move the fork, you said thank you. You move the plate, you said thank you. We brought y'all something, thank you. We just stop saying thank you. No. We thankful. So we got to say thankful. Look at here, Mr. Man. You know you get nervous when folks are looking around. I'm from the hood. Don't play with me. You look around? I look around. What? I'm thinking something about y'all. We have a 30% discount for locals.
Yeah.
Y'all local. 3 to 6 people at one time. Come on. God to change the systems for you. If you miss the system, you're going to miss your whole income. Cat said, what are you doing at a school, Pastor Dave? I'm doing mentoring. What are you doing in Dover at a family thing? I'm doing training. And guess what? They pay us to do it.
That's right.
Wonder who's trying to find you to pay you. But because they can't say hallelujah, you won't work with them. You don't know if they say you won't work with them. Now, I told you now, if you check the scriptures, Nehemiah got funded by a man that didn't even know God. Come on, stop playing. We're missing it. The ravens are coming, but we're missing ravens, y'all. We're missing them. Matter of fact, the raven stands for a system outside your system. Now here's the other side. Can you handle the stream? He said, watch this. I was trying to give you a system to adjust to and trying to give you a stream to adjust to. Now let me help you with this. When the streams show up, don't fall in love with the stream.
You better teach. Amen. You better say no. Yes.
Can you make another adjustment? Because the bull was sitting there, bloop, and his ravens is dropping. Bloop. Straight. Did he turn one day?
Right. One down.
Hold up. He didn't catch an attitude, Nadine, because the people that he thought should have gave him something didn't give him something. He didn't talk bad about it. He didn't go down on him or nothing. He stayed still and waited and said, okay, God, now what? And God says, it's time to make another turn. Turn, Sarah. Can you make the adjustments that God wants you to make in this season and not trip over the streams? What you thought was for the rest of your life might be for 1 month. Come on. And if it is, work that 1 month, dog. Go to that. Make that 1 month work for the rest of the year. Child, if you bless me with 1 month and $100,000, it's going to work for about 5. It's going to keep on working. And I will work. You give me a stream, I'll make my own rhythm. You know what I'm saying? I will make my own rhythm. He said to me, how many books you wrote? He said, you wrote a book? I said, no, I wrote 6. He said, how do you write 6? I don't know. He taught me to write 1, so I figured we going to do it. Some stuff God gave you, but you only did it once. You stopped at fruitful and then you go on.
Come on.
I'm going to get this seed for myself. I'm going to get this seed for myself. A while past, the brook dries up because there had not been no rain. And he adjusts. He adjusts his mindset. He's not tripping and getting mad that the people ain't bringing that should bring. The people that should get something we didn't do. He ain't even tripping about all that. He doesn't get mad at what's not happening. He prepares his heart to adjust again. Go ahead and shift with me for me. Look at this. Oh, my fault. Let me teach you this before I go. How to be more adaptable as a person. Can you expect change? Because people will tell you when they don't. Come on. This is stuff like, don't nothing ever good happen for me. I will never have. We will never be able to. You know what your problem is? You already shut your door on your own life. You don't even expect. Nobody will love me. Nobody will be with me. Nobody will stay with me. You already changed. You already locked your own mind down. And you don't even realize. You don't even expect change for yourself. Come on. Then the second he says, attempt to understand the rationale for change. Understand that you know what life is going to change. So now just change when life changes. That's right. Come on. I had to let my barber go. I ain't got no hair. He told me, ain't no need you coming here, Pastor Mills. You know what I had to say? He's right. He was just so you can take your money. Focus on the benefit of the change. If I change, what good could come from it rather than what bad can come from it. You can tell me everything bad that can happen if you change. What can you tell me good if you change go happen?
I love it.
Then he says, constructively control the filters of your emotions. Just because you feel like that's the person, that don't mean that is the person. Particularly after it hits you 4 times. Well, we've been together and I feel like you felt that hand in your head, but you better do something different. Move past it, okay. Maintain a positive, engaged attitude. Examine your personal motivations for resisting. Where the patient, if God's trying to change something, where are you resisting?
That's right.
Now No. He has to be 7'4", and he has to be this, and has to be that. Now, if he sends somebody 7 foot, and you still tripping, he ain't 7'4". Oh, that's why you still alone.
Oh, Lord, amen.
Come on. He said, stop defending the old way of doing things.
Jesus.
Come on. Well, I always do this. I always do that. Well, you always gonna have what you already got.
That's right.
I said you always gonna have what you already got. Because if you keep doing the same thing, the best you can get is the same thing.
That's right. That's right.
Can you embrace the ideal of learning and doing something new?
My
Come
God.
on, we was away on vacation, Pastor Byrne said, let's do the banana boat. I tell y'all straight up. I was like, banana boat? Jet ski is next to the banana boat. I ain't gonna say which one of my children, but a couple of them was like, yeah. We got on that banana boat. We almost lost a couple children. We were flipping and flying. I had to catch one by the foot because they almost. We were screaming and hollering. We came back and was like, babe, that was the bump. But if we didn't embrace the ideal of doing something new, we wouldn't even have the experience. How many experiences are you missing? Because you won't change. Allow yourself to think creativity. Oh, this is a big one, number 10. Can you ask somebody?
Jesus.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Just, you know,
Yes.
help. Don't call us when the house is on fire.
That's right.
Call us when you saw the match.
Come on.
Jesus.
Move, Pastor Dave. All right, move. Let's go. Adaptability in the workplace. You gotta think better. Don't think back.
That's right.
Half of us could get you could get a promotion this week
Come on.
if you thought not just to go in there and go to work.
That's right.
That's good. Come on.
If you thought, what does this company need that they don't have?
Excellent. Yes.
That's right.
What can't they figure out that I can't?
Yes.
What can I do that they ain't got nobody that can do it?
That's right.
But if all you're gonna do is show up for work, all you're gonna do for the next 20 years is show up. Praise God, let's go. So he says, let me hurry up. He says, watch this, adjust relationships and you adjust finances too. Look at the scripture says, he says, and the word of the Lord came to him and said to him, arise and go to Zarephath. Say change. Just because one season was good for you don't mean you got to stay in the same place for the next season.
That's right.
And sometimes you got to change your mindset, change people around. How many of you got a new friend this year? One, at least one. Wonderful. And you know what you should do? Get at least 2 every year.
Amen.
2 new people, because they're going to see stuff you ain't never seen before.
Yeah.
The same people you've been with, they don't even see the same thing sometimes. Particularly if they don't turn. And if they don't change. And that's all they're going to see is the same thing you see. Go ahead, Pastor Dave. I am. He says, arise and go to Zarephath. It belongs to Zidon. Behold, I've commanded a widow woman. Say a widow woman.
A widow woman.
So he uses season and a place, but then he uses people. Say people. God got people that are waiting on you to be where you're supposed to be. But if you never show up, that 30% ain't gonna happen. If you don't show up, come on, that move up or upgrade to the balcony ain't gonna happen. If you don't show up, they waiting for you to show up where you're supposed to be. Not where your comfort is, where your obedience is. And if you don't adjust to what God is doing, you're gonna be where you're at, not where you belong. 2 people said amen. He arose and went to Zarephath, and when he came to the gate of the city, behold, a woman was there, and she was gathering sticks. She called to him and said, fetch me, I pray thee, a little water in a vessel. So he tells the lady, look at here, lady, I need, I'm thirsty and I'm hungry. But he's willing to make an adjustment, and now she's willing to make adjustments too.
Yeah.
And look what he says to her, don't fear. What would you do if you wasn't afraid? He says, look, and sometimes what we think is, I only got a little bit. But a little bit in the hand of God would be a lot. And if you stop waiting to get a lot, the little could be turned into a lot.
Yes.
Work the little you got. You have no idea how God wants to work with the little. Come on, 5 loaves of bread, I'll feed 5,000. But you're waiting to get 5,000 quarters in from Hoagie's to feed somebody. He said, no, feed the 5 you got. And I'll make you feed 5,000. Work what you got where you are. Work the small steps to get to the larger step. Work this season for the season that's coming. But he says, gathering the sticks, and her said, fetch me, I pray you, in a vessel that I may drink it, and bring me and fetch it. And she brought it and prayed you. Matter of fact, he says two other things. Move out in faith, not in fear.
Yes, yes.
Be not afraid.
Yes.
Go get me some more to eat.
That's right.
And if you bring it to me, watch this first. So he says, move in faith, and then make God's kingdom first.
Yeah.
Well, first fruits, but anyway, all right. He says, give me a first, and watch God take care of the rest. And we're going to create a flow that will be unstoppable for the rest of your life. You move in faith and make God first, I'm going to create a flow that is unstoppable for the rest of your life. If you stop looking at it in fear, but can look in faith and be able to make God first, I'm going to create a flow that is unstoppable for the rest of your life. Because you know what I found out? Some stuff you can turn by yourself. But there's some seasons you need somebody else
Come on.
that can help show up in your life and line up with your life and can have faith and agreement with your life to turn stuff that you couldn't turn. See, because one can turn 1,000. Two can shift. You might not understand it, but some stuff ain't working because you refuse to get an agreement, refuse to get an alignment, refuse to get where you belong, refuse to line up and get an agreement so God can turn it. Why? Because Matthew 18 says, where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, where they touch and agree, I'm involved in my presence and I'm in the midst of it, but you ain't turning it by yourself. What relationship you got to fix so you can change, so you can move? He gave her a word. He got food. She got everything she needed for the rest of her life. He gave her ministry. She got her family taken care of. Rest her socks off. Say neighbor. I think we ought to adjust our mindset and our relationships so we can adjust our finances too. The prophet gave them wisdom to prosper. Can I give you a few things to help you prosper real quick? I figure I'm your prophet, so I might as well become my Colossians. First thing is this: make every celebration an income.
Amen.
What I mean by that, you got Father's Day, Mother's Day, birthdays. Stop spending all the money you get and put away half of it.
Amen.
Okay, now that we got about $200, that's a fantastic thing. Do you realize that every year you get 4 checks that you probably could hold on
That's
to
right,
and not
that's
change
right.
your budget?
Amen.
They call it 5th weeks.
That's right. Come on,
And
Pastor.
if your budget is set on 4, every 5th week of the year is actually income.
That's right. That's right.
And if you just save half of the check, let's just say, or a part of the check, even in 1/4 of the check, maybe $250 for four months of the year. At the end of the year, that's $1,000. So we are already up to $1,200, and you ain't even went nowhere yet. You ain't even had to get a second job yet. Come on, work with me now. So in those moments, we need to put something away because you're building something for destiny. Because it may not look like nothing major right now. But in about 5 years, that $1,200 don't look like.
Come on.
What would you look like doing life with about $6,200 right now?
Come on.
And the bank waving at you like, what? Come on. What gift and talent can not put in the work? It's in the house. You got the oil. Come on now. You got the bread. Come on now. You got something you really could work. Matter of fact, other folk told you, I would buy that.
Come on. That's right.
I like when you do that. You know what? I would pay you if you would go there and do that. You got the oil and the bread, but you won't put the work in action and put it in alignment up with somebody to help you to produce this thing. In your name, but you about to make an adjustment though. I hope you wrote down what you got to turn. I hope you wrote down the idea of what it is that I got to change in my mindset, what I got to change in the idea of relationship, what I got to change in finances, what I got to change in alignment. I hope you did. You say, well, what does that all into? Purpose. Plans and assignment. Fulfill it that way. You stand to your feet. If you got something, I just want you to give the Lord a good praise. God not limited to what everybody around me had. God, you got something you want to do. You got ravens looking for me, God. You got streams looking for me, God. You got income coming from other places that I have no idea. Fix my mindset. When I go home today, let me see stuff I've never seen before. Let me feel like I never heard before. God, I don't want to end up this year like last year. And I'm making the adjustments now. Shout out making adjustments.